What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the Trail Theory Podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm Alex.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Pfeiffer.
Hi!
Hey!
Hey.
Ooh, that was aggressive. How's everybody doing?
Coming in blazing hot.
Coming in hot. Oh, my gosh.
There
Hi,
really,
boys.
there really is no introduction, so I guess I'll take it. Welcome, everybody, to the Trail Theory Podcast. We're not doing anything tonight. We're just going to talk about random stuff.
Buckle
This
up.
is a Campfire Conversations episode where we have nothing planned.
If you were hoping to learn something, see you next week.
Well, that's not entirely
No, we'll
true.
figure
Something
something
might
out.
come up that's useful.
we are still going to do
there's-
some trivia at the end.
There's
so.
been a lot of
Yeah.
stuff happening. First of all, we haven't seen each other in over a month.
so long.
So,
Cheers, boys. Cheers.
I feel like cheers. There's
Yeah.
probably some. I think there's a beverage between Austin and Alex that probably needs to get drank too.
Oh, yeah.
I guess if you're
Oh,
But,
doing a little popo?
But yeah, it has been a while. We are in the heat of summer, both literally and metaphorically. But we're busy. There's just a lot of shit
The
happening.
dog
There's
days.
been a lot. There's
No,
been a
it's just
lot
so
of
much.
stuff happening.
You freaking went to Rainier.
I did.
You did that. I know we're probably going to do a very in-depth episode on that.
I don't
but
know
that
if we have
happened.
to. We can talk a
We
little
can
bit
talk.
about
I'd
it.
love to.
tonight
I
and
haven't
just
even
do
This
talked-
is a
I
great
haven't seen
episode to
you-
talk about that.
We haven't.
Right.
Yeah, this is. I could just do
We
highlights.
should
We don't have
totally
to
do
get
that because
crazy
I
into
haven't.
it.
We haven't talked about it at all.
We'll talk
Like,
about that.
Alex, and your family. You guys went back to Acadia.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What the did you guys do?
I'm
Just
trying to
kidding.
think. Probably nothing.
No,
Since the last
me and
episode-
Pfeiffer are getting huge.
We're getting swole, dude.
We're getting
Austin and I have
huge, dude. We're protein maxing.
Yeah,
we're lifting, dude. We're on a whole nother level.
And
But
not-
we won't
no
talk
one-
about that because we don't want to spill our
but
secrets to the other boys here.
Nobody's mentioned anything to me, and I'm super upset about it.
You look the same.
He's huge.
Yeah,
You look the
You have
same.
a Robin Bomb T-shirt on. That's what's different.
That's different.
Important
That's
to
really
point
cool.
out. He is. I could tell, dude. He's got some some arms and shoulder action going on.
Are you taking steroids again?
Yes.
Again? That happened
No.
once.
No, God. No, never taken steroids.
When he got back from the military, though, he was so jacked.
I was.
It looked like he was on steroids for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't. Promise.
He wasn't, but it looked like it.
I was on some interesting, not available in the United States protein powders.
Horse protein.
Yeah. But
Nice.
other than that,
Horse.
it was all clean,
There's
baby.
hair on my mic, which is disgusting.
That's ew,
Gross.
dude.
Yuck.
All right.
I don't
But,
know. Whatever.
Gross.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we
no,
could
a
talk
lot's
Rainier.
happened.
We could
Yeah,
talk
Rainier.
Acadia. Obviously, there's been at this point, it's been a couple weeks. There's some big mountaineering, unfortunate news.
Not
that
even
has
a couple
happened.
weeks, man. It's
well,
just a
no,
couple
no.
few
Yeah, a
days.
few
When
dude.
this releases,
That's
it'll
true.
have been
Oh,
a
I
couple
guess,
weeks.
yeah.
We
Man.
can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I
but-
did want to talk about that too.
Yeah, for sure. But there's this is our campfire
Stuff
conversation. It's
and
also
things.
been like a month, since we've seen each other. So
What's the,
it's been a
let's
minute.
go around the horn. What's the last significant, which we know two of them already, last significant outside thing you've done? Even if it's like since Rainier, but, since you've got back, something.
No, I haven't done anything after it. Like, literally, it's so funny because I was just thinking about this today because I started feeling a little gross again. And it's because, like, just...
You're
I
not
felt,
fresh out there? Or
He
something?
hadn't
Like,
showered
I haven't
since
showered
Rainier.
since I got back from Rainier. No, I don't know. I was feeling really good after I got back from Rainier. Like, I felt thin. I lost a lot of weight. And then I think I put some of it back on because, like, before Rainier, like, I was working out a bunch and I was on the Stairmaster with a 55, 60-pound pack on, doing 90 minutes up
Right,
there with
yeah.
my
Mask
boots on. And I was doing bike rides and running and doing all kinds of stuff. I was lifting. And then when I got back, I didn't do anything. I just cut everything off.
Yeah.
So I think I've done one run.
I mean, what's it been? A month? A little over
No.
a month?
No,
Under,
not
a little-
yet.
a little under.
Not
3
yet.
weeks. Yeah.
I think
3
you're
weeks.
fair.
You're
It's fine.
fine.
I'm taking some time, and then when I get back from, I'm gonna go on vacation this coming week. And
That's
when I get
where
back from
all
vacation,
the weight will be added back on.
I
and
might
then,
I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna maybe run on the beach.
there
I'll
you
do
go.
some runs on the beach.
Have
and
you
do
ran
that.
on the beach before?
Dude, it sucks.
Running on the
It
beach sucks.
sucks.
Yeah.
You know what
dude.
though? I end up running like near the water.
So
and
it's
the
a little
sand
more
is a
firm.
little more
yeah,
firm.
yeah.
Better
But do
than-
And I
you
like
guys
that.
remember the first time, which you'll join in this next summer? First time we all went to Sandals together, and we told ourselves, we're like, every morning, guys,
I did go to the gym.
we're going to
say
go
that.
run on the beach.
No, I don't think
Never
we
said-
ran.
no, I never
totally-
said every morning.
Not on the beach.
We totally said we were going to do it.
We went and worked out at
Oh
the
yeah,
at the
last
fitness
time we
center.
went, I was good about working out.
I
pretty
worked
much
out at
every
the
day.
fitness center.
But I remember
Yeah.
us thinking like, "Oh, dude, it's gonna be great. We're gonna go run it." It never
Yeah, dude,
happened.
I don't know what. Like, I would wake up and then I'd be like, even though we were drinking all day long and all night long, I woke up and I was like, yeah, I feel okay
Because
actually.
we went to bed at like 8:30.
I'm gonna go to the
we're old.
gym.
You drink all day.
Oh my god.
It's fun. Okay,
Yeah.
that was my thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Just Acadia was my
Just
last.
kidding. So how? Wait, that was. I mean,
3
that was
weeks
after
ago? 2 weeks
after
ago?
Brian got
He
back.
was
Yeah.
there. He
Or
was
while you
there
were-
while I was there.
while
We
you
were
there?
traveling the
Because-
day that you were your attempted summit day.
Yeah, because
'Cause it was
at
a
one
Tuesday or
at
whatever.
one point we basically spanned almost as far as you could go west
That's right.
and east.
That's right.
That's funny.
Yeah,
The
North,
tips,
Yeah.
northeast,
we had the
and
northwest
northwest.
tips
Trail Theory
covered.
had the whole
There was-
whole country covered.
Yeah,
If we were a mesh network,
yeah.
we would have covered the country. Incredible.
That was just funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was. I forgot about that little detail. It was the same because you came back like when I was still
A
out
couple
there, I
days
think.
later. Yeah, a couple days later.
So how long were you out there? It's like 4 nights or whatever, 3 nights.
We were. It was Tuesday to Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So
shit.
we left
Yeah.
on a Tuesday night. So we got there on a Wednesday.
You cut it by a night, right? Because you were gonna.
On the way back,
Yeah.
yeah. We ended up bouncing earlier because it was going to rain. And we're like,
okay.
we didn't want to sit in the rain.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll
Totally.
just drive 4 hours and then, which was crazy. The weather was nuts. That whole
Yeah.
drive was like the car was just getting blown in the wind, which always I hate that. But
Yeah, that sucks.
so it made sense that we did it, and then
It was good that
whatever
you
Sunday
didn't get
was easy.
smoked out.
I was just
No
going to mention
smoke.
that. So, yeah, when you were
That's right.
when
That
you
happened
started
since we
that,
met
when you
last.
were in the middle of your trip is when us in the Midwest were getting hammered with Canadian wildfire smoke, and I was
Right.
like, "Oh, snap. Al is in Maine. He's going to get absolutely smoked
Yeah.
out." But
He
you
said
guys
nothing.
weren't in the path at all.
We saw nothing. I think, if I remember correctly, though, we saw like kind of like that like orangey sky,
Yeah.
like pinkish sky, like maybe outside of like Boston, but like just
That
on the
makes sense.
drive, it was like such
Yeah.
a small window of time.
Yeah.
And then when we were in Maine, it was like the first few
We
nights
had one
were
day here that was
crystal
just
clear.
There was a couple
Bad.
days
It
here
was
that
about
were real bad.
about the one day, the Thursday of the week that the wildfires were going on was absolutely the worst. So like, listen, I'm not a weather or air, quality expert, but
you
there's
know
like
what?
a range.
Neither are the meteorologists because they told us it was going to rain all week, and it has not rained.
That's true.
And y'all wasted my Sunday.
That's
okay?
true. Hey, you're right. You're right. Me too. So,
true.
anyways, the air quality has like a range from like 0 to like 500. Typically, that's like the range that they have. And on a bad day, like in Ohio, they're like, just a little bit of a warning. It might be like 100, maybe 120, something like that. On Thursday, it went past 500. It was about
Dang,
like
man.
560.
They turned it all the way to
like that.
11.
I think it was the worst. They said it was the worst it's been in like 30. It's some crazy amount of time.
I believe it, dude. It was wild.
It was bad.
It's funny because so I was on Rainier when all that was kind of happening and didn't have a lot of service and really wasn't checking up on anything at all. Had no idea the wildfires were going. And when I landed in Chicago to get my connection over back to Cleveland, we landed and it was almost apocalyptic.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Chicago got nailed.
They got hit hard.
Yeah, they
And
were bad.
I landed on Thursday night, and it was like not
that was the
night,
worst
but
of
it was awful, dude. We landed. It was like you couldn't see 100 feet. I'm shocked.
So instead
that
of
we got in and out.
O'Hare, it was dirty air.
Oh, dirty air.
God.
wow.
That was
brutally
the
bad.
worst dad
Digging
joke ever
deep
with
for
the
that
dad
one.
shoes. Yeah, that was.
But I mean,
That
it's
was rough.
legitimately you shouldn't be outside.
No, dude.
during
There
a
was-
time like that.
yeah, there was
like
talk-
not even like it's be careful. It's like no, dude,
Don't go
go
outside.
There
It's
was
so
talk,
weird having no clue. Like this is all just a conversation that I
Yeah.
there's
No,
a-
it was.
You
I mean, because
didn't
I
experience
wasn't
any of that.
invited to the
through-
party. It's that crazy to
it
me.
swept through probably over the course of like 3 or 4 days. But there was talk on that day of because I work remote at home, but my wife works at the hospital. They were debating evacuating and like canceling the day. And
That's
and
nuts.
and
Whoa.
send everybody home.
Whoa.
So I mean, it was bad.
I know that like the next day on Friday, it wasn't as bad, but it was still like 250 was like the air
Yeah.
quality, whatever the rating is. I don't know. Again, I don't know shit about it, but it was like half, but it was still like you go outside and it was still, I regrettably like, I mean, it was scheduled for like months and months and months, but I went golfing that day for like a charity event. But it wasn't like, you couldn't tell when you were out there it was bad. It was a little hazy, but it, you know, it was supposed to be an 85-degree day. It was like 77.
That's the problem, dude. It was
overcast.
It was really nice that weekend,
not a cloud
dude.
in the
It was
sky,
so
but
nice.
no sun getting through.
Just smoke clouds in your lungs.
Damn.
Yeah, I wanted to take the kids out on a hike that weekend because my wife was gone. She was doing a festival concert. And I was like, oh, I'll take the kids. Nope, not taking the kids out.
Yep.
No, I don't want to breathe that in.
That's the worst when that was like this weekend, right? Where it was like it's supposed to rain all Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna do inside stuff. And then it was like,
It was a nice day.
Nice day.
nice day.
Well,
I'm like,
well, at least for me, it was nice, but not. It was like threatening rain all day. It was dark clouds everywhere and not a drop. So every time I went outside, I'm like, yeah, it's coming.
I know.
It's been coming for the last 7 hours.
So whatever. It happens.
Crazy. Yeah,
What about you, Austin?
nothing really crazy. Just running and doing stuff and taking the kids for hikes. We've got a car camping trip with the family coming up here
Yes, dude.
in the next couple weeks.
Stoked.
Going to Mosquito Lake.
Oh, you're going car camping with the family.
where
I
is
thought
that?
you were going. You were talking about the camping that we were going to do.
No,
that's coming up soon,
That's
too.
coming up
Yeah.
too. So like,
Nice.
honestly,
It's like 4
all my
weeks
like
away.
outdoor stuff has been spring and fall loaded. Like,
That's okay. It's the weather and
It's
trying
the
to
best
sleep
time to
at
go
night is so
anyway,
much
so,
easier.
like-
much more comfortable.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we're going to Mosquito Lake in 2 weeks or so, and Mosquito Lake's about. It's almost like. It's like an hour away from us in Northeast Ohio. It's kind of
that's-
like
that's nice.
Northeast
Are you bringing bug spray?
Ohio. Bug spray?
Yeah, Mosquito Lake.
Mosquito Lake. Yeah. I mean,
mean-
the irony, it's actually, they call it that because it's shaped like a mosquito.
Ah.
No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be awesome? That's like looking at the stars and like trying to make shapes. It's like,
Well,
yeah,
it's like
it's a
that
mosquito.
one. No, it's like that
it's
one
not.
lake, Arrow's Head.
That's right.
Arrowhead
And it was like
shaped
an arrowhead.
Wow, there you go.
That's right.
But no, we're doing that, and that's going to be the inaugural pop-up camper
Oh, yeah.
rehab
Oh, nice.
day. So
Hell yeah.
we'll see how that goes. So that'll be
Nice.
fun.
Got
and
a
then,
disco
yeah.
ball hanging in with
You know
LED
it.
lights.
Yeah.
And
We
Wouldn't
got
that be
smoke
awesome?
machine.
Strobes.
Disco ball at a campsite.
Imagine a strobe, dude. Just- You're like, what is going on over there?
That'd be great.
That'd be as offensive as a speaker on the trail.
Oh,
Dude,
Dude,
a
yuck,
strobe
dude.
and a dude, you'd be like, "What the?" Dude, burn that camper down,
That's funny.
slash their tires.
That's exciting.
Fife, what about you?
Nothing major. We did we spent a day out in the peninsula, where the train
the
is and all that
CVP?
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Nice.
And we took the train ride.
The
through-
lock?
Oh, did you?
So kids
Nice.
took the kids on the scenic railroad through CVNP, and then just spent a little time walking.
How
around.
was that? I've not done that
that's sweet.
before.
It's cool. It's,
I guess we did the Polar Express, which is kind of the same thing, but it was at night. We couldn't see anything, so
Yeah. So this was during the
don't,
day.
don't they have windows on top that you can see
Some
like a
of 'em do.
skylight?
You can. We didn't get in that car.
Yeah.
That one was already
Yeah,
booked
I
up.
think it's like
so-
limited cars. For
Yeah,
that.
we got in the table car, which was cool because we could like set up a board game and
no,
do
that's
the
nice.
That's sweet.
And
lo-
it's cool.
How
like,
long was the
It's like
the adventure?
2 hours 15.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
So
longer
I was
than I thought.
worried when we started. I was like, they're gonna think it's cool for 15
5
minutes and
seconds,
then be
yeah.
like, "Are we done?
What are we doing here?
But
What else does this thing do?
Yeah, it's like we're just gonna sit on a train. Yep.
Does this do flips?
How fast
Can
does
I
this
have
thing
your
go?
phone? Yeah.
But it is amazing how I don't know if I told you guys this, but we were waiting in line. And
Well,
I
you
haven't,
don't
I haven't,
text
ta-
us,
no,
so,
I haven't
yeah.
talked to you in a month.
True, I don't
no,
text-
you haven't told me any of
I
this.
save it all up for
This
this.
is all new.
But I was amazed, like the amount of questions. Alex, you know, my boys can just ask questions nonstop.
They said
Yeah.
They
why
just-
900
Yeah.
times.
So the train pulls up, and they're like, I never knew how much I didn't know about trains or anything because they're just finding
didn't know
every single
something?
question.
What you don't know could fill a book.
exactly. The libraries. But just keeps asking questions. I'm like, I don't know. Try to like
Ask
flub
the
my way
conductor.
through. And they had the guys were out, managing in line. Anyway, they had a blast. And took the boys like anytime, any reason to stand up on the train while it's moving is like, Yeah. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
it's
get
like,
down.
went to
It's like having to go to the bathroom on an airplane.
Exactly.
It's like, oh shit, seatbelts are on.
Right.
I'm
So
getting up.
They wanted like both boys went to the bathroom like 4 times in an hour just to stand up and go
because.
do it. And then we had to walk. We were towards the back, so we had to walk up to the like the cafe car or whatever where they sell snacks and whatever.
Yeah.
So you had to cross like 4 cars, which was just a huge adventure.
So, yeah.
Every single time they're
I
we're
get it.
walking
Yeah.
out, it's loud and they're scared, but they're
Yeah,
excited.
right.
And so anyway,
That's
it was
funny.
It was super cool. Not I mean, and they had the guy was like giving some history of CVMP
That's
on the
nice.
way, which was fun.
Yeah.
But it's not like Polar Express. There's not like stuff happening. You're just
Yeah.
sort of sitting there.
There's not
you
a
know?
lady
That's
walking
okay.
around with hot chocolate. I did the
Right.
Polar Express once. That was good for me.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It is a neat, like, again, it's worth doing, like, at least once, but it's, you know, once you've done
the
it, you've
coolest
done it.
thing I've done on that isn't with the kids, but if you find it, usually during the fall around Halloween, they'll do like beer flight.
Oh
rides.
yeah, you did mention you did that
So
before.
Steph and
That's
I
right.
did that,
Yeah.
and they take you out. It's at night. We were in the dome car, but I mean,
Oh,
it's nice.
that's
It's
cool,
nice.
though.
It's cool,
Yeah.
but like, so we're sitting across from this other random couple, and they bring out flights of beers for
Yeah.
like 2.5 hours, and you're just
You're getting wasted.
going through them, and by the end, you're cooked.
I gotta
But-
drive after this.
I
dude.
know, which was a problem. Like I was a little concerned, but it's a ton of fun because you're just riding on a train and drinking beer
That's
and
sweet.
you know,
Yeah.
I love
socializing.
that. Where does it like go and then turn around at?
So Rockside Road has a
This
station.
is so uninteresting for anybody not in Northeast Ohio. Rockside Road, no
so
way.
in Independence, so it goes north south. So it'll Rockside Road, like for the beer flight, you get on there.
Okay.
Then in Peninsula, and then it goes south to somewhere in Akron.
Okay.
It goes into. It actually goes out of CVMP for a little bit into
the Summit Metro Parks.
Okay.
That makes sense.
and then it comes back in. So
Nice.
it's those 3 stops, just going north south.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I dig that.
What do you call, like, a train ride? Like, yeah, you would call it, so, like, instead of, did they call it train rides of beer instead of flights of beer since you're on a train?
Dude.
You really were trying for something there.
Wah, wah.
All right, we're gonna ignore that. And I have a, didn't that train derail last year?
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, much
It
like
did?
this episode.
It did.
No,
Much
dude, I'm
like
pretty
that
sure.
joke.
See, we
I
don't.
remember that.
Unfortunately, we don't have Paul on the ones and
Yeah,
twos.
Paul's not here.
Paul's not
Yeah.
here tonight.
So we'll never
I miss
know.
you, Paul.
It would have been funny.
I'm gonna look it up.
It would have been funny if I put I didn't put the camera up on him.
Just to
put an empty
You can play
seat.
the cricket sound. You can play the cricket sound.
Damn it, that would
Damn
have
it.
been so good.
It's been a minute since we've heard that.
Man,
So
We miss you,
yeah,
Paul.
let's see here. This was.
I didn't hear about that if it did happen.
I didn't hear about that either.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah,
Put it there,
CVMP
guys.
Scenic
Our Crocs
Railroad derails
make it babies.
during the final North Pole adventure ride.
Oh, no.
No injuries reported with 580 people on board, but it
God.
did derail. So
Yeah.
you
The
know.
whole, did it say like the whole
Oh my
train?
god! It was traveling 2 miles per hour.
Oh,
no.
that was dangerous.
How does that happen?
It must have issues. I mean, ours was actually late because the engine car broke down. They had to replace it and bring it back. So we were
Jeez.
waiting for it for a little bit.
How long did you wait?
An extra like 20 minutes. or
It's
whatever.
crazy that that's faster than you're waiting for, something that happens on an airplane. You're
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
4 hours, and you're like, what? There's 1,000 planes.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I mean, they're only
Yeah.
going like 20 miles,
I guess.
if that, even like back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're covering a lot of
but there's
ground.
one train, and it's
Yeah.
old as shit.
Yeah, it's so cool though. It's
Train-
just neat. That's
Trains
a
are
cool
really
thing.
cool.
Yeah.
And I've not been on many of them, but
Only
It's
once.
it's
They're
still
all
kinda,
cool.
Especially this one's like,
That's pretty good.
it kind of gets, that's pretty good. It kind of gets you how big it actually is. Because
Yeah.
like, when you're like standing next to the wheel and it's as tall as you are almost.
oh yeah.
Well,
and that's like
So,
that
you know.
big ass train. Was it the big boy?
The big boy that
flew-
came through
yeah.
this year.
I mean, that thing. You see videos of that thing?
what are we talking about?
Damn, the biggest.
the big steam engine, the biggest steam
Yeah,
engine in the
biggest
world.
one in the
It
world.
came
Wow.
through. It came through our
people
area.
were like all over the place watching.
Yeah,
I totally missed that.
people flew out from all over the place to come see
Really?
it. Yeah, dude.
Where was this?
I think it went through the CVMP and like
Holy
up
shit.
into up into Cleveland and stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it did like a tour.
Yeah.
where it went like I don't
It
know
was
what
like
the
across
rest-
the U.S.
I don't
Yeah.
know what the major rail was, but
Yeah.
it did like a
I'm
tour.
thirsty.
We're going to be, what?
Can you reach behind you? We're in the middle of this
We are,
episode.
yeah.
My. Oh, you're
thirsty.
already out.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's-
this guy.
Wait, this is a campfire conversation.
He's frisky.
You know?
Incoming.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Oh my god, that was a great catch.
Hell
Nice
yeah,
and-
baby.
nice and
Look at that.
shaken
We're
up.
on it. We gotta entertain people somehow. You know, I gotta catch beers with one hand.
Dog and pony show.
Yeah, it was cool though. I'm glad we have. That's one of the things, like many things that the CVMP offers.
It does offer some cool
It's a
stuff.
pretty cool thing. It's a neat little thing to have in our backyard.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So we've got a trip we're about to plan soon. I'm excited. We've got
I
the
am
gang
excited
getting
about
together and going to be hitting the trail soon. We've got a couple options. What have you guys been thinking about for this trip?
Oh, man.
I don't honestly care where we end up going. But like, so after
agree, kinda.
after I got back from Rainier,
Wow, at all?
I had
No thoughts?
I've been having the worst post-trip blues where like I'm just constantly going back to my trip and just like trying to relive some of those moments to not be so bummed. But like I
That's
got
why he's
back,
not working out or doing anything.
I got back.
Yeah, right.
I've been so depressed about
He's
it.
just daydreaming.
Yeah.
He sits in his office at his desk at
Just
work and
stares.
he closes his eyes real tight and he goes,
Yeah, those new friends of yours.
Trying to
have you
put
just
himself
been, have
back.
you just been talking to them
You
constantly?
got so upset.
"Oh, does he
Yeah.
have new friends?"
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, he
Yeah.
met a bunch of
You
people in
got
Rainier that are
so
way better than us.
upset.
This guy, we're being
So,
replaced.
I said-
by all these mountain
You know
people.
what? I kinda
these
said that-
mountain goats.
I said that on purpose, kind of, because so these guys obviously didn't go with again, and,
Whoa,
and I wanted to
obviously,
dig in.
obviously, yeah.
I wanted to dig
Brian
in a little bit more.
obviously isn't working out.
So I said while I was on the trip, which I did when I was at Rainier, all of the people that we were in the trip with for this 5-day summit,
We're so handsome and funny.
they were incredible
they
people.
were
They smelled so good.
cute.
They were incredible people.
Best cuddlers.
I will say, maybe we'll get into it now a little bit, but I did the 4-day the last time, which is very quick. So like you're going and do your orientation the first day, then you're going and doing mountaineering school the second day, then you're going up the mountain to get to Camp Muir the third day, and then hopefully you're able to summit that night and then come back down the fourth day. With the fifth day, there just was a little bit more time to hang out with people and communicate and talk with people. I mean, we were at Camp Muir for like 2 full days, so to be able to really hear people's stories, why they're doing it, like the idea behind wanting to do it,
Replace friends.
and then to know that everyone is there doing like this one thing, like they're there doing this one goal. That means that everybody likes to be outside, so we all talk about the outdoors and what influences us to go outside and stuff like. It was really cool. So like you're with like-minded people for 5 days, which is really nice, and you just really get to know people. So all the people on the trip were just incredible, and I texted these guys on the side saying that I found new friends. I'm going to do all the trips with them throughout the year, and that I'm starting a podcast with them instead.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
Alex
Yeah.
got so upset.
I
You got
mean,
so upset.
I only have a couple of friends, so I mean, and at this age, I'm not holding tryouts. So
There goes 20% of my
I
friendship.
got what I got, you know. Like I mean,
I'm kidding. I wasn't going to do any of that, but I did want to make you guys feel a little guilty.
but were they?
Oh, well.
But were they cool?
They were awesome. They were really cool.
No, I'm sure they were actually cool.
Everyone that was on the trip was great.
That's dope.
Our guides were so epic and amazing, dude. Like for real. The trip was. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
let's-
guys want to talk about
let's
it.
go into
the
it.
trip was really fun. It was
And take
so,
us almost to the top.
It was so much different than the last time I went. So the last time I went, to recap a little bit, like I wasn't feeling very well the morning of going to Camp Muir, and I got super dehydrated and wasn't eating, wasn't drinking. I got blisters, like a bunch of shit, like small stuff just kind of compiled. And I got altitude sickness after like 8,500 feet. Or what I thought was altitude sickness. I don't know. Maybe it was just dehydration. I don't know.
Right.
I was actually freaking the out the morning of going up to Camp Muir. Like I was
Well, I mean,
nervous
sure.
that I
I mean,
wasn't
yeah.
going to be able to do it
Given
again.
what
You mean
you
the
had
second time?
experienced.
This last time last month.
last time you're like, holy shit, I'm here again.
Yeah.
I can't have that happen again.
I was
totally get
freaking
that.
out, dude.
That's more like pressure. You know, it's just like shit. I came back.
I put so much pressure on myself, but like I made sure I had breakfast.
I
I
was
woke
gonna say,
up
you
super
ate
early.
breakfast this time.
I ate breakfast. I was drinking tons of fucking water. I was like a camel, dude. I was like trying to make every stop that I was doing while we were going up, like exactly what I was supposed to be doing. Like I was talking to our guides, our lead guide Lacey. She was incredible. Oh my God, Lacey, if you're listening, thank you so much for everything.
Yeah,
you did.
thanks for stealing our friend.
I'm not kidding you.
Lacey.
You were the reason why we got as far as we did. Thank you. But I felt so fucking good going up to Camp Muir.
Yes.
I was in the front the whole time. I didn't feel fatigued. I didn't feel an ounce of altitude sickness. I didn't even feel tired getting up to Camp Muir. Like I felt so good. And like just that, if everything ended there, I was like, cool. I
feel great.
I did so much better
Yeah,
the
that's
second
awesome,
time around.
right.
That's got to be a good
And
feeling.
I trained a little differently and stuff like that too. That probably made a big difference.
Well, and
as but-
even just getting over the emotional hump too,
That-
right?
yes,
like
dude.
because like you'd explained, like getting to that point where you knew where you started to struggle. I remember like getting injured before, like when I was running a bunch. It was
Yeah.
like getting over the hurdle of like going out and feeling in like a little bit of pain or discomfort. Once that goes away, it's like balls to the
Yeah,
wall,
dude.
right? You're
Sure.
like you've like uncorked it, and it's like, all right, let's do this thing.
But it's
Yep.
also like it doesn't matter how much you read or watch or research. Sometimes with certain activities that you do or, experiences that you attempt, you don't know what it's going to be like until you do it.
Yeah.
And you have the
Yeah.
experience and you
That's true.
experience something
That's true.
negative where you're like, shit,
Yeah.
all these things went wrong. What I don't know. And honestly, I'm sure you were still like, I don't know 100% what went wrong,
Yeah.
but let's try to like fix that. And so that experience,
Yep.
that one time of experience going in, like probably helps so
Well,
much.
It was funny. We had that episode failure versus quitting, right? You can go back and listen to that or watch that over here. If you're on YouTube, if you're not, then you're just gonna have to search for it. And
Yeah, you
Spotify.
lazy bums.
Lazy. But I started thinking
Wait,
about
no,
that a
we
little
love
bit.
you. Don't- what-
And I think at the end of the episode, I said, if you don't learn from your failures, you're just straight up a fucking failure, right? I think it was something like that, right? And I'm like,
Well,
I'm
if
not.
you didn't, you just did.
I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to not learn from my failures. So I'm going to do everything I need to do in order to
go
get
on
to
a
there,
shirt.
right? And so yeah, no, it felt great going up to Camp Muir. We
You
got
mentioned
up.
you mentioned training too, which I think, and I don't know, I wasn't coaching you. I didn't know what your training regimen was specifically, but I feel like you trained more your first time and were more focused on that than you did this time.
I tend to agree.
Kinda.
I feel
Because
like
were you
you're
still
right.
doing triathlons at that point for the first one, or had you
No,
weaned
I
off that at
I
that
had
point?
weaned off a little bit on that. Yeah.
So, but I feel like you stressed way more about training the first time around.
Well, it's interesting. I did way more trail running, and I was doing more running and more like outside things. This time, I was lifting more and doing way more Stairmaster and not running as
Lifting.
much.
Yeah, buddy.
I honestly, it was the Stairmaster that really.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I was
I got
doing
you.
like heavy ass Stairmaster
Yeah.
sessions
That stuff will
for
get you.
an hour minimum.
Here, not to derail or change topic too much, but have you guys ever considered doing any kind of rucking?
Yeah.
I mean, like road
Yeah, like
marching,
carrying a
no,
pack
but
and,
like,
walking
he's
around.
talking about the weighted
like
vest.
Weighted vest.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've done that.
You
Yeah.
know
The
that,
problem
okay.
is
So
that the weighted vests
our buddy-
are so expensive.
They are.
Our buddy
It's
Hair
kinda dumb.
Force is a big ruck guy.
Does he ruck? Yeah.
We were talking about it recently because I saw he had a workout that he had put on Strava where he did a ruck run. I'm like, oh shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
we talked
Yeah.
about it in the past because he was telling me about this race. I want to say it was like a half marathon or maybe even a full marathon ruck, maybe a half marathon ruck. And he was like, dude, the winner, their pace was like a little over 9 minutes. And I was like, oh, that seems not bad. And I was like, because this was like the early stages of talking about it.
Yeah.
And I know he's been doing it for a little while. I was like, dude, do you think that that's obtainable? Like, what are you thinking? He's like, when you first put it on, you feel really good. But dude, you take a couple steps and it
You're
feels like,
yeah, but dude, think about what
you're
you're
like
trail
20,
running.
25
But
pounds.
they're
you
trail
know?
running,
How
right?
much weight?
No, I think it's maybe
was on the
both. I
road.
don't know, but like 25 pounds.
Yeah.
That might not be
used-
accurate, but that's my guess.
I used to have a vest that went up to 20, and I don't even know. I wish I still had it. I should get another one, but yeah, I mean, I would. It hurts.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
I have
one
no
mile.
doubt.
I'm
1
curious,
mile with
but I don't
that
know. I'm not
is-
jumping into that right
and,
now.
And,
but,
and
I'm
like
just curious.
when I was running more,
interesting.
when I was running more, I'd throw it on. I could still go for a while. I could still do a 3 or 4 miles. Pace absolutely tanks.
Yeah.
And after half
Man,
mile.
I used to
Definitely a
weigh
mile.
50 more pounds than I do now, and
You're
that was hard to
drenched,
run.
Yeah.
dude. Like I've never sweat so much in my life.
Yeah.
Now I've done. So when I was overseas, we did a ruck run, but like with a pack,
Yeah.
and we filled it up with like sandbags and
Yeah.
shit. That sucked.
A pack would suck.
That was
Pack
Then it's
would
just
suck.
all on your back.
Well, then
The
it's
having-
in the ruck. It's all like
It's all-
distributed,
it's
right?
centered. Yeah,
right.
you're-
So the
you're
vest
feel
is
centered
nice because
still.
it just feels like you just put on weight. You
Yeah,
know?
it's like
but you're
throwing a donut
unbalanced.
on the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Shout out
So-
Air Force. I know he's
Then
listening.
hitting dingers
so
after.
He
It
might
is-
text
it
me
is,
afterwards and correct me.
It is an amazing feeling though if you have it on for a while and you run and
Oh,
take
and
it
then,
off.
take it off.
and you
dude.
just walk
Dude, it's
around.
like the
Yeah.
donut on the bat.
Yeah,
you know, when
exactly.
you're in the batter's
Exactly.
box
you,
of
you
baseball.
feel like you can.
you take it
fly,
off and you're
man.
like, woo.
Yeah, it's
I like that.
I haven't thought about it. I should. I
interesting.
want to get one again.
Yeah,
it
maybe
is.
we'll
It's a
explore
cool
it.
way to. It's a cool way to train, and even not even specifically running, but obviously like Stairmaster, or even doing some like calisthenic stuff or just push-ups or whatever. Just living in it for
Yeah.
like
Right.
a couple hours.
I mean,
doing
dude,
normal
just
stuff.
walking around the block in
Right.
it is
And
good.
then it just sort of, condition your body to live with an extra 20 pounds for a while.
Right.
It's,
yeah, and then you can just take it off in a matter of like a second
Yeah.
too,
Yep.
which is the crazy part, right?
Yeah, it's a good tool.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was
Anyway.
I was worried. I'll admit it now because you did so well.
You were worried about me?
A little bit.
Really?
Because I noticed, I was like, man, he trained so much harder.
I
the first
also
time.
though didn't tell you guys when I was training.
True.
I didn't really talk about it.
You
but I
talked
was,
more about it the first time.
I was training. I don't know. I probably trained just about the same.
Okay. All right.
Amount of time wise, I just did different stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
I just wasn't
that makes sense.
broadcasting my workouts to anyone.
Yeah, I was like, I knew mentally you were gonna have that hurdle to get over of like,
Oh, dude, the mental part was like that was the change, man. Like
Yeah.
once I got over that, and like once I got to Camp Muir, like and stepped onto like the flat part where Camp Muir is, like I was like, I f***ing did it, dude. Like yes, now I'm ready to go. I felt good.
The thing
awesome.
that's crazy about your experience getting to that point, though, it's not like if you had like an injury running or whatever, trail running, you could go out and kind of test it. It's not like you could go
dude,
like
yeah.
test the elevation,
Yeah.
like, oh, let me get to 8,000 feet and see how I feel.
Dude, I was so
you couldn't.
That's
there,
funny.
There were
Good point.
there were a few people that lived in Seattle, Washington that came out to do it for the first time, but they had also been able to go to Rainier and actually climb up to Camp Muir.
Oh,
so like
interesting.
some of their training for it was actually
Was
getting
just
to Camp
doing
Muir
it.
and
That's
doing
funny.
it. I was like, I'm so
Distinct
jealous.
advantage.
I live in Ohio. The highest point I can get to around here is like 1,000 feet.
It's like the highest point like that you can get to is like a sledding hill.
Yeah, right.
It's like there's kids,
Right.
4-year-olds flying down on
Yeah.
sleds next to
Yeah.
you.
I wonder what is the highest point in Ohio? Do we know what that
it's,
is?
It's just a little over 2,000 feet, I think. Or
It's
3,000
a Cedar
feet.
Point roller coaster is what it is.
yeah, you can't get there by foot.
No. But no, I got there and the weather forecast was supposed to be super favorable for us. So we got our summit meeting with the guides, both lead guides, because we break up into two groups and both lead guides come in and we talk about what we're going to do. They're going to wake us up at like 2 a.m. because the weather's supposed to be
2 a.m.
super good. They're not going to wake us up at 11 p.m. or 12 midnight. They're going to wake us up at 2 a.m. Give us a little bit more time to sleep. And I say sleep in quotes for those that aren't watching.
Right.
We eat, we go to bed. I think we all go to bed. We try to go to bed at like, I don't know, maybe 8. And at
Yeah, and you're
10,
not excited, so you just fall right asleep.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man. The sleep was not even there.
then somebody
It's
farts.
just
stressful.
Somebody
First
farts,
day of
everybody
high
giggles.
school,
I
yeah.
didn't hear one person snore. And it was pretty quiet in the bunkhouse, which was great because we had 17 people in there.
He
dude.
really does have new friends.
Wait, do they? Hold on a second. They don't snore. They don't. Dude, can I? What about me?
You want to come?
Can I come?
You can come. You can come with. Sure. At 10:30, we start hearing shh. Dude, the wind was just beating the
Going nuts.
out of this bunkhouse, dude. We got so there was forecasted high winds, like 90-mile-an-hour winds 3 days before we got
God.
to Seattle.
Oh, that's not that bad.
And so
Well, it's nothing.
the forecast kept getting pushed back. because they didn't end up happening.
Jesus is in control, dude.
Yeah. And so that happens.
I am stressed.
Dude, I felt stressed when I started hearing the wind.
Well, yes, of course.
And I was on the exterior side. I'll maybe put a photo up of just like I took a photo of me laying down on my bunk. There was no one beside me, which was really nice. So that way I had a little bit more room. But I was right up against the side of the bunkhouse. And the wind was brutal the whole night.
Just cranking.
So I couldn't sleep because the wind was so loud.
So what was going through your head at that point? Was it like, here we go again, or
Kinda.
like
because
they're going to come in and they're going to say, sorry, homies?
So they were supposed to wake us up at 2. At 12 o'clock, I was still up. Still constant wind sound. And so at 2, they didn't come in. At 2:30, they didn't come in. At 3, they didn't come in. Girls Over Cave! Girls Over Cave! And so finally, we hear some rustling around. Our 2 lead guides, Lacey and Joe, they come in. They turn the lights on at 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Damn.
They are bundled up in their parkas.
Yeah.
I think they had safety goggles on.
Yeah.
The
Is
wind
there another bunkhouse up there? Are there 2?
So there's a guide bunkhouse that they cook and do all the water heating and stuff like that, and some of them stay, and then some of them can stay in the bunkhouse that we're in, and then there are 3 tents that they had out on the snowfield that some of the guys were
That'd be
bunking
awesome sleeping in a tent during that.
in. No, it was not, because the guy
I was gonna say
one of the
that
guys
suck, dude. Yeah, I mean, dude,
I can sleep through that.
get whipped in the face, dude.
it's just a fan
It's
in your.
brutal. And so they come and they go. So obviously we didn't wake you guys up. The wind is pretty brutal. Right this second, we're getting 80 to 85 mile an hour constant winds at Camp Mere.
Damn.
So
up
at
there, it's gonna be
Summit.
nuts.
100 mile an hour up at the summit, dude.
Nice.
So they're like, we're not summiting.
Gear up.
We're
Yeah.
like, okay. Obviously. So we went back to sleep. They're like, we're going to try. Another thing good about doing the 5 days, we've got one more summit attempt, right? Yeah. So we're going to try the next night to summit. And so, like, I don't know, we wake up and we have some breakfast.
Tell us what that like next wave
Well,
of
we're
time
like, okay,
looked
so
like.
we're
You're just there.
We're just there. We're just going to hang out with each other. Some people were playing cards. We were talking.
Playing
We were going
hacky sack
outside.
and
We were just
bunkhouse?
hanging out with each other and making friends and making
yeah.
plans for new podcasts and stuff.
What did you just say?
And
I'm
so-
sorry. I wasn't listening.
Hold on. I have a very serious question.
Yes.
Where do you poop?
In a bathroom.
Oh, there's like a
They've
whole.
got a-
like
There,
We got a
there's-
picture of it, I
There's
think, the last
3.
time.
I don't have pictures of it now, but there's 3 bathrooms that you can go to. There's a toilet that has a conveyor belt in it. And
Like a
what you
sushi
do
conveyor belt? I was
is kinda. So what you do,
Send it down here.
there's a separate urinal that has a hose that goes to the bottom, and then there's the toilet that has the conveyor belt in it. And then when you sit down on the toilet, it specifies you have to sit down. You don't squat over top of it. You have to sit down on the toilet. So you sit down on the toilet, and in front of you there's a red bin. A red metal bin that has like a little foot thing that while you're sitting, you can reach. So you do your business.
Release the Kraken.
You do your
You gotta
business,
pump it.
and you
gotta pump the conveyor belt.
Not yet. You do your wipe.
not yet.
You do your
Yeah, you
wipe.
gotta wait.
And then every time you have to dispose of your toilet paper, you have to open that bin really quickly and throw it in, and then close it. Because there's just toilet paper filling up with a bunch of shit on it in front of you.
So it's
So it
more so
doesn't
for
smell
comfort.
great.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then after you're done wiping, then you can turn around, and then on the side of it, there's a pump that you have to pump 5 or 6 times, and it goes.
Oh, it sends it down.
And it sends it into a barrel that's underneath it.
Oh, just underneath it, like
a little
it's not
complicated.
going all the way down the mountain. There's not
No,
just
no,
a
no,
constant.
there's a barrel.
Someone's got to
there's a
come
barrel.
get the barrel.
Yeah.
No, dude. At the end of the
There's a
week,
barrel.
at the end of the week, they just toss the barrel
No,
out. The
they
sound
have
of
a-
right
they
there, it
roll it
tumbles
down.
down.
No, I was. Hold on. Here,
It's
I
just
was-
a shit grenade.
You said
Shit bomb.
sushi conveyor belt. I was imagining at the bottom of the mountain there's just a spot.
No, dude.
It all lays down.
No, man. There's a helicopter that comes and picks the shit up. Literally. And so, yeah, that's how you do. So
Wow.
there's
That's
a bathroom, which is
fantastic.
nice, though, that there's like a facility there that you don't have to like go. But if you're on the mountain,
Pack in, pack
while
out.
you're going, you pack in, pack out.
Yeah.
You have a blue bag, and you have to poop in the blue bag, and then do all your
you
stuff.
have to
and
do
then
that?
let- no, I didn't have to.
need the blue bag?
I was gonna
No.
say that doesn't seem like it would
No, I
happen.
didn't have to.
You're not
unless
out
it's
for
an
long
emergency.
enough, right?
Yeah, I actually didn't have to pee at all while we were climbing.
Pee.
Yeah, pee or poop.
Losing.
Nothing.
Pee or poop.
So we're just hanging out.
No peas, no poops.
We're hanging out, and 10:30 rolls around, and I'm outside just kind of taking in the views because it's freaking beautiful still. Still a little windy, but it's starting to die down. My lead guy Lacey comes up. She goes, "Hey, come inside. We're gonna have a meeting. We got some big news." And the way that she said it, I was like, "Oh no, the weather forecast is really shitty tonight. That sucks. We're not gonna even be able to attempt to summit." So we all go in. We're all kind of crunched in and stuff like that. They come in and they go, "Look, the forecast, we're supposed to get precip in the morning pretty early, which means that it's going to snow up high. That's not good. It's going to snow down low. It's not good. The winds are supposed to be pretty brutal. So that's going to be a pretty big killer for us." And everyone's like, "Oh, no." Then they go, "But what we're going to do is we're going to do something that's kind of rare. We're going to leave here at 1:30 p.m. today. You guys have a few hours. And we're going to try to do like a mid-evening summit. And then we'll come back down and hopefully we'll get back to Camp Muir by midnight."
Wow.
What time is the goal summit? Leave in the morning and get there mid-morning,
Yeah,
midday?
you start
That's the
getting there.
goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you get up there and it's still kind of morning, maybe around 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, depending on when they end up leaving.
So you're coming down in daylight still.
Yeah, you're coming down in daylight. Yeah. We would be coming down in the dark
Gotcha.
instead of going up in the dark, which is
Gotcha.
fine with me, whatever. Super stoked. We're like, yes, the weather's good. You can see the top of the mountain from where we are in Camp Muir. We're like, yes, there's no cloud cap. We're going to do this. We're ready to go.
Paint a picture for me because, and I don't know if you have a photo of this or you've shared it. I can't remember. From Muir, you can see the top. Is it like does it feel like an eternity away or
Dude,
like
it's so wild because even when you go across one of the glaciers to get to one of the tops where you come down and get to they have another camp there that you can actually tent at. It doesn't look that far away. But then when people are walking across, it's like, dude, that is miles away.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's so nuts.
That's how I'm
You can't-
curious, right?
If you don't have anything to scale to see, it's impossible to really gauge distance.
Well, and all you have to scale at that point is the top.
Yeah.
And you don't know
It's
in relation
wild.
to anything. Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, when you look up at the mountain, you keep walking up, and it still is further and further away. Don't look. Like,
Right.
just look down,
going.
honestly.
Right.
Look down or
that
look
would
back.
be tough.
That
to be
false
Yeah.
summit.
It's right there. Why is
For
it taking
real.
so long?
Like, people are like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Camp Muir is right there." It's like, no, don't even look at
We're
it.
2 hours away, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like,
Yeah.
are we
So-
getting close?
So
Close
from
to
there,
what?
you
to
you
what?
Close to what?
You kept going. So from you left at 1:30.
We left at like 1:15.
So in like what would be? I'm just thinking like what would be the proposed? What would be the amount of time if you were to get to the top
yeah.
from there? Like what are they? What's the assumption that time
Maybe
is going to take?
5 hours, 6 hours, maybe.
Okay.
It depends. Each break was about an hour to an hour and a half before we got to the next part. So we get through, we get up. So we start
That's a
start
long
at
amount of time.
1:15.
That's a work day,
Yeah,
bro.
Dude, I was on my feet for 10 hours that day.
Yeah.
Like climbing, like actively climbing. So we get through, and we get to. I mean, honestly, this was like my favorite day outside because I loved. I mean, going up to Camp Muir was fun, but like now we're roped up. We have our crampons on. Our boots are on. We have our helmets on. Ice axe is out. We've got a trekking pole in one hand, and you're just like you've got a lighter pack, which is really nice. You're only carrying your layers basically and some food and water, obviously. And so I don't know. You just feel good. You're wearing your climbing harness. You're
Legs
roped into
good,
everybody.
body's
Legs
good,
good,
yeah.
body's good. You start walking, and you're walking across, and it's a pretty easy walk up. And then you go up to some of the rocks, and then you're crampon on some of the rocks, and that's kind of tough.
Ooh, yeah.
But that felt great when we were going up. Get to the first spot. I eat a little bit, drink a little bit. Once I'm on the mountain, dude, like I don't have any appetite though. It's really hard to eat. It's so hard to eat. But I kept drinking. And so we get to that first spot. We're there for about 10 minutes. Everything's super regulated time-wise, and then you get going. So we're walking through, and then we get to the Disappointment Cleaver. Disappointment Cleaver is interesting because it's all rock and loose dirt and a lot of big steps and a lot of or 3 to 4 points of contact. You're like climbing sometimes.
In crampons.
Big stuff in crampons. That was, I mean, obviously you can't train for, I mean, I guess maybe you could, but I couldn't. Like, I didn't train to walk on huge boulders with my crampons and boots on.
Yeah, dude, that would be
going
hard.
up the disappointment cleaver, I had tripped and like caught the inside of my boot multiple times.
Oh.
I have a 4-inch tear in my $1,500 boots that I have to repair now. It sucks. But like, you just being on the rocks and being in crampons is just way different. It's so strange. So do that. Get up the disappointment cleaver. It's way harder and way longer than I had thought it was going to be. Going up the cleaver, going up this edge and stuff, and then you get onto the snowpack. We break there for 10 minutes, and then we keep going. And then after the cleaver, we had this traverse that we had to do, and the traverse was pretty sketchy. There was about a foot and a half of carved out area where the trail was, and then there was a slope up top and a real big slope at the bottom, like 50 to 75 feet. And then if you fell, I mean, you're roped in, so that's like
be pretty
but if
disappointing.
you would go into a crevasse.
Wow.
One of 3.
Yeah.
How far? What would have been the?
You would fall 50 to 75 feet, and
Yeah.
then you would get to the crevasse and then fall all the way down.
Yeah.
And some of the crevasses you could fill like a car into.
Yeah, right.
Like they're huge.
What is the weather doing at this point?
It's beautiful at this point.
Okay, gotcha.
Beautiful.
All right.
It's a little chilly. You're starting to get a little cold.
Sure.
The wind is picking up a little bit.
Dude, at that point,
But it was really
when
nice.
you say cold, were you in puffy?
No.
What were you?
I think I was at that point. I was still just in a sun hoodie.
Okay, so
And then we would put
comfortable hiking.
layers on. We'd put our parka on when we were
Breaking.
Yeah, because it got cold when you're not walking.
Right.
So maybe at that point I was maybe in my first layer, but just like my thin North Face Summit hoodie. And so we're walking, and this part was probably my favorite part. This traverse over where we were like crazy falls. Where if it did happen, it would kill you. But the nice part is there's pickets that have that have
Draws.
yeah, like quick draws.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's carabiners on top of these pickets that are about, I don't know, maybe 3 feet long that are in the snow. And so you're clipping your rope in, and there's always 2 points of clip. So if you did fall, you're not going to really go anywhere.
Sure.
So we're clipping in, and that part was so much fun because it was super technical. Like you're walking on a razor's edge, you're clipping your rope in, you're stopping for a second to make sure that everyone's going. So that part was really fun because you're really active in something.
I would imagine
you're
though,
not just
the whole
walking.
time.
Yeah.
For me though, I would imagine that's probably pretty tedious because you're moving at a slow pace, right?
I mean,
And
a
clipping
little bit, but it didn't feel like it was tedious. It just felt like you were.
It's a
It felt like
system.
you were out there doing
Yeah.
stuff. It
Yeah,
just
okay.
felt like you. You know what? I felt so grounded. I felt like I was so a part of everything.
Yeah.
Like you just
yeah,
feel like
you were
you're
a part of the entire journey.
Yeah.
hand, foot.
Maybe
mind,
that's why I
the whole
enjoyed it
deal.
so much because there was so much that you had to do, and so we get through that part. We keep climbing up, and then finally we get to what's called high break. And at that point, it was really cold, and the wind started picking up hard. And at that point, you're so exposed. So at that point, I had to put on every layer I had. So I had my sun hoodie on, I had my midweight hoodie, I had my midweight jacket, and my puffy on.
Wow.
And I had my heavyweight gloves on.
Damn.
And we're sitting up there. I can't eat. I haven't been able to eat for 2 breaks now, actually. But I'm drinking water still, so I still feel okay. We get up there, and it's like fucking cold.
Yeah.
You're getting blasted. Like I'm like this, dude. Like just shivering. And
Dang.
we look around and everyone's kind of breaking. The wind is, I think at this point it was like 50 miles an hour with wind gust of like 70, 75, which is really hard because at one point I got up to go get something out of my pack and it like blew me over.
Yeah.
And so the guides get together every single break. Some people can turn back. and they talk about that, and then they talk about what the weather and what the who's going to go first and all that stuff. And so they look around, they're like, yeah, guys, it's too dangerous. We have to turn back. And we're looking at two people coming down the mountain that were just on the summit, and they pass us as we are about to go back, and they go, it's brutal up there. Like the wind is awful.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we got to high break, which is about 13,500 feet. We were 900 feet from the summit.
Oh, no. Damn.
Which is a bummer. But I still felt really good getting as high as we did. That's my high point. So that was like a PR for me.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, what an
I felt
accomplishment
tired
in
as
and of
shit.
that, right? I mean,
like I was dead.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There were times where I was like, I'm not gonna actually go after this. Like I didn't think I had any more in me. I think I even voiced it to my climbing partner Ed. I was like, dude, I don't think I can go up. I think I'm done after this. Like you're just so tired. After the break is over though, like 10 minutes is not a lot of time, but it still like gets you to off
some
your feet.
gas in the
and-
tank.
I actually feel like that's a good like break to where it's like you can get a little bit like of rest. If you were to wait any longer or any shorter, it would be bad. Like 10,
Maybe.
kind of like
I'm sure that's very
There was
intentional.
one
They've
point
got
where
that
my
dialed
fingertips
in.
were completely numb. And Lacey was nervous about that. She's like, you got to warm your fingers up. You got to get that going. While we were hiking and going up, I had to like try to like shake my arms as hard as I could to pump some blood back into them.
Yeah.
They ended up being fine after a little bit, but after the third break, after the second break, going into the third break, they were completely numb.
wow.
They're like dangerous numb. It was weird.
I think it's a bummer that you didn't summit, but it sounds like it was insanely successful, and you kind of got like a lot of what you wanted out of it. And honestly, like the feeling exhausted, the kind of
It was
having
good
like
still.
the numb fingers and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's
all part of
It's
it.
all part of it, dude.
Yeah.
It's like
well, I mean, at the end of the day, like good stories don't, if you were to just say, yeah, it was easy, cool, we did
Yeah,
it, like
right.
that wouldn't be a good story.
Right.
You had the great story version.
And you know what's interesting too, because like I'm going to say something that's a little bit of a downer, and I hope that we don't. Well, I mean, we're probably going to finish a little bit on a downer, maybe not, but for a little bit I was like, I don't know if I really need to do a guide service to do this thing. Dude, if you're like, even my second time on the mountain, do a guide service. The mountain's still super dangerous. The mountain still has sections of it where it's like, do you go this way or do you go that way? And sometimes we had to break, especially when we were getting back and it was dark. It's like we had to stop for a minute to figure out, like, is that the trail over this way? No, because that's a crevasse and there is a flag over there, but we do need to go down that way. So like, if you're not super experienced, you've never been on the mountain before, 100% hire a guide.
Yeah.
Like for real. Because 4 days after I got off the mountain, there was an accident that happened on Rainier, and it happened on the morning of the 19th, and people were on the disappointment cleaver, and there was a rock fall. 3 people got seriously injured, and 1 person lost their life.
right.
Yeah.
And so, man, they weren't part of a guide company, and it wasn't because they weren't part of a guide company. It's just stuff happens. Like,
Right.
the climate's changing, things are getting hotter. Like, the mountains change every single day. And so it's just inherently dangerous. Like, but everything is inherently dangerous, right?
Just what you
so
said
it's
about,
not just that, but
I mean, on a random day, you can have winds upwards of 100 miles an hour gusting.
Right.
That can throw you, dude.
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
if you're on that edge and you're not hooked up appropriately, or you take a miss, or you just bad timing.
Right. Well, we were coming down the
Right.
cleaver, and I got pushed over by wind, and I'm still a little messed up on it. But like, I had put my fingers out to grab onto a big boulder, and for a second I thought I had broke my middle finger on my right hand.
Oh, geez.
It was super fat. At one point, I was like only able to bend it that much. It's a little better now, so I don't think I broke anything, but it still feels tight. I still feel some pain in my hand.
Nice.
I should probably get it checked out.
a memento.
I got
but-
a guy if you need one.
It's a memento.
Yeah, but it was a really fun trip still. I had a blast. I have to go back. I have to get on top still.
Have to do it.
I was going to ask,
But-
I don't think we've really talked about that. I didn't know. Not that I assumed like that. What you were satisfied. I mean, I think you were satisfied with.
I
the
was
trip,
satisfied with the trip.
given those
Yeah.
components. I think I may have even asked at one point, like, when are you going back?
Not next year, but maybe it's still expensive to do, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know who's to say. Like, maybe I reach out to somebody that's super experienced on the mountain that I could even just pay individually to take me to just know the route better and know the conditions, because like avalanches happen, rock falls happen. Like, it's important to be with people that know the mountain.
100%.
So I have a question in that, because I was thinking about this too. A buddy of mine did it unguided, and I'm thinking about. I think he tented.
Okay, yeah.
So if you did it unguided, could you stay in the shelter that
No.
you stayed in?
I figued that was
that's
the case.
only
That's
for,
what I wondered.
That's only for
Yeah.
RMI.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I.
That's
what I thought.
their shelter.
So their I can't remember what the word is, but basically RMI has teamed up with the national parks, and if something happens, like the accident that did happen, the RMI guides go to help.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So- Yeah, so they're, like,
they help
contracted
with
for that,
things.
yeah.
And so because
So they're
they
like
are a
rangers.
concessioner, I think is what it is, they get access to this bunkhouse.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I mean, RMI does a lot of stuff to help out with making sure the mountain's clean and making sure the route's good and actually doing the route. I mean, the guides do everything. If the guides weren't there, it would be, I wouldn't say next to impossible, but it would be very, very hard for independents to actually summit
Wow.
if the guides weren't doing work.
Yeah.
Putting up the ladders and doing stuff. We did have a ladder crossing,
Right.
which was cool.
RMI.
RMI was great.
Shout out.
For real.
Love it.
It's so worth it.
Well, thank you for sharing. That
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Wow.
Sorry, that took way
Love that.
too
No,
long.
that's
I'm really
okay.
sorry. I didn't want to get into that much detail, but
I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like,
didn't really
man,
talk.
we haven't like talked about at all.
I love
You
it.
know, So
Yeah, if there was
that
Campfire
experience is
here,
going to
we
be great
would've
when you and I
had this
go do
conversation.
Mount Hood
So,
in a little bit.
interestingly enough, though, I did talk to Lacey about that. Mount Hood is still pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
I asked her, I was like, do you think we could go up unguided? She's like, eh.
Well, we'll talk because I did a little research.
Yeah.
But we can talk later.
Yep.
All right. So that was a great episode of just
Catching up.
nothing, but then also a bunch of awesome stuff from Brian. We do need to still finish
Need to hit
with
the
I
trivia.
really quickly though, I do want to pay
box out.
tribute to the people that the accident on Broad
Yeah,
Peak.
for sure.
I think it's going to be a good idea to do a tribute and talk about it for a second because we could talk about that for like 3 hours.
It could be an episode,
and I don't,
but
I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much right now, but absolutely.
There's still details that are coming out, and obviously we're a couple days from the tragedy. While we're recording, we're a week further than that now. But there was a horrible avalanche that happened on Broad Peak. 10 mountaineers lost their lives, and among that 10, Nims Purja, who I think honestly, one of our generation's most incredible mountaineers.
100%.
I mean, the
agree.
stuff he was doing was pretty remarkable. And he did it in a really good way, I think, and really kind of helping out the Sherpa community and trying to do everything he could with all that stuff. And there's some things back and forth with some other things that happened with him in the past, but as a mountaineer, he did some pretty incredible stuff, and I looked up to the things he were doing, and the 14 Peaks documentary was incredibly inspiring. If you haven't watched that, I definitely recommend
it's
doing
super
that.
cool.
Crazy.
But it was a huge loss of all 10 of those people that lost their lives.
So sad.
There was a woman from the U.S., Mallory, who lost her life during that. She was a part of the international team. A lot of Sherpas, and Nims. And so, big bummer. And thoughts go out to their families and stuff. Obviously, and hopefully we can kind of learn from some of this stuff. But just life is kind of precious, I guess, and the mountains are in control, and
No
Mother
doubt.
Nature is undefeated. And
Nature
stuff.
is
Nature's
undefeated.
But yeah, I did want to kind of point that out since it was a big major thing that happened in the outdoor community.
Days ago.
Days ago.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Well, on a lighter note, you know what's Also undefeated is the National Parks trivia game because
And right now, Alex
we
is
suck.
winning.
But Al's
Some of us
winning.
are defeated.
His number is the biggest. I think mine's second. I think Brian is third, and Mr. Pfeiffer over there in the corner. I think you have 1
Just
point.
a just
No,
a
he's
late,
got 2.
He's got 2.
just a late bloomer.
Deuces.
I'm a grower, not a
But
shower.
I only have 3, so
That's what he's saying, at least.
Yikes.
we don't have Paul doing the
we don't have,
questions.
so we're gonna have to. I'm covering.
Make sure he's not cheating.
If
Yes,
he
yeah,
gets a
I'm doing-
point,
he
I'm
gets
gonna.
both of them right.
He's
Suspect.
covering. He's
I'm,
covering.
I'm covering the answer,
All right.
which I'll reveal, and then I'll flip, and I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
All right. So this is what category is this? Plants, animals, and water.
Oh, geez.
okay.
This is start with the easy guy. Question: true or false?
50-50.
That was a
Jeez. True or false?
Bad burp.
Joshua trees have growth rings that can help determine their age.
What?
Do we want to take a
I thought
stab
all
at this
trees
one?
did.
That would, I mean,
True?
unless it's a trick question, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
Joshua Trees.
Joshua Trees.
So Joshua Tree is named after the Joshua Tree.
but it's not. So this is Joshua, capital
Joshua Tree
J,
National
but
Park is what you're
trees,
saying is named after the
lowercase
trees.
t. So it's just Joshua trees. Joshua trees. Have
Do they
growth
only
rings
grow over there?
that
Wait,
can
hold on a second.
Is that a
You're
thing?
saying capital J.
capital
Joshua
J
Tree.
Joshua, lowercase t tree. So it's
Joshua
not like
Tree
Joshua
National
Tree
Park,
It's
the
not
Joshua
proper,
trees.
Right. So I'm assuming it's referring to the trees in Joshua Tree Park.
I don't.
A Joshua tree is a specific tree. I've seen them.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
they-
that's,
yeah.
that's what they call them, right?
Yes, they have rings.
That's
True
what
would be the rings.
I mean, you're asking. I don't know the answer yet, but that's
I feel like we're overthinking it.
We probably.
but let's
I
all
know my
say what we
answer.
think, and then I want to say something because I really want to say false. I'm gonna say true, but I think they're kind of cactusy. Like they're really like thin and like kind of wiry. I think if I remember correctly, I'm saying
is
true.
one of
I'm
those-
saying true.
this is one of those true and false.
I'm
I'm
going
going
false. There.
Little bushes.
This
yeah,
is
I
one
think
of
you're
those
right.
true and false that's like it's so ridiculous. You're like, wait, a
False,
second.
false, false.
Yeah, this is why I had a rough GPA in grade school and high school because it's like start to second guess
You start-
yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Locking in.
What are
I'm-
you saying?
I'm going true.
All right, I'm the only one saying false.
going true.
All right, go.
It's a tree, man. All right.
Turn it upside down so you can read it.
It's false.
Come on, dude.
Joshua trees are actually a giant species of plant in the
It's like a
agave
cactus.
family, not
Okay.
not a
Damn
tree.
it, yeah.
So they
That's
don't
what I
have growth
thought.
rings. Instead, researchers generally use size to estimate their age. They grow
That's
around an inch a
stupid.
year and can live to be over 150 years old.
That's
Come
dumb.
on!
But what you
That's dumb.
described, the little things on the end, that's
Yeah.
that's them. I always see. in my mind they're like little. They're like cactuses.
That one's more of a mind game than
I
an
hate
actual
that.
trivia
That's
question.
it's a trick. It's
That's
a
my
trick.
question.
Stupid. Why call it a Joshua tree?
I edit
Why
the
call it a
episode.
tree if
I'm
it's
not
not a
giving
tree?
anybody
Well,
points.
Isn't a whale shark not a whale or a shark?
Yeah, nature. We do all that shit all the time. If it's not the thing, don't call it the thing.
So humans are dumb.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like getting tomato a fruit. Like
This
Tomatoes
one's,
are
this
fruit.
one's about
Tomatoes
Joshua
are
Tree
fruit.
too, so
Get
get
outta
ready
there.
to get ruined. One surprise of Joshua Tree National Park's environs
hard.
but without the second part. Environs are
Okay.
the fan palm oases that dot the park. I'll reread this. How many can be found inside the park? One surprise of Joshua Tree National Park's desert environs are the fan palm oases that dot the park. How many can be found inside the park? This is it's multiple choice. Thank God. All right. A 2, B 3, C 4, D 5. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the oases that dot the park of Joshua Tree National Park.
Interesting.
The if I know.
Dot the park.
So 1, 2, 3, or 4.
No,
A,
no, no.
B, C.
2, 3,
3,
4,
4,
5 are the answer. Are the
So
options.
A is 2, and then 3, B.
You can just give me the
then-
number. I'll just
All right.
I mean,
We got to do it. Does
do
everyone
same
have one
time.
locked in?
Let's do say
I'm ready.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. D.
3. I don't know what y'all said.
You
Honor
said the
system.
number. I said
okay, that's
5.
right. You
D.
said 2. So you said A. You
5.
Wait, I said no. I didn't say A.
How many
You said
numbers
2.
did you
3.
say?
You said 3.
I said
okay.
2.
You're B.
D.
You're D.
A.
You're A. And I'm C. So we got one.
No way.
Someone's
winner.
getting it. It is D.
Damn it!
What was that? 5? 5 was the number. I'm curious what even that is.
I don't
all
even know
y'all's
what it is,
nuts.
dude.
So, all right, we need
You're
Paul.
tied with Alex, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but all right. So D5, there are only 158 desert fan palm oases in all of North America. So Joshua Tree's collection is nothing to sneeze at. You don't tell me what I can sneeze at, trivia. I gotta look what these things
even
are. I
know
have
what
no
that
idea
means.
what that is.
Let's look. We'll look at. Too bad we don't
Thanks
have
a lot.
Paul.
I mean,
Paul. Thanks,
well,
Paul.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's an oasis with palm trees. I guess. So I
That's
mean,
what
like
it is,
it's- but
It's the shit that like when you're going through a desert and you have a mirage. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
In my mind, that's what I thought it was. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, how
You
would
gotta
we have
get
any
Sandy.
idea
You gotta
how many there
it's
are?
It's wavy
I'm
out
no
there in
good
the
at this
desert,
game,
and then it
dude.
just glistens.
We need to finish this so we can zero things out and like go to the next thing.
No, we'll never zero this out.
I mean, there's a lot
I had a
of
great
cards
night.
in there.
I had a great night. We're
I have
not
a
zeroing this
lot of
out.
cards in there.
big
man.
deficit.
We
to come
have a
back from.
big episode coming up in the next 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed this one. It's time to close the night out.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys listening. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions. If you do have another question that you don't want to comment, you can email us at trailtheorypod@gmail.com. We do have a Patreon still, so if you want to support the podcast, go to our Patreon. The link is below as well. There's still a support tier, $3. You can have $3. It's easy.
Yeah, $3.
We use it to get freeze-dried food and do things and provide really cool content for you guys. So if you want to see us do more cool stuff, help us out, do the Patreon. We love you, and we'll see you next
And
time.
if you want Brian to forget his new friends and to stick with us, then
right.
go support Patreon.
or
only
just
thing keeping him here.
comment support down below. If there's not more than 5 comments to support, I'm gone.
Whoa. Wow. All right.
I'm gonna open my
Have
phone
a-
up real quick.
A little pre-comment.
All right. Bye. Deuces.
The Trail Theory Podcast is sponsored by Audio Mute and Audio Technica. Music by Dan Koch.